So I have the yarn tail of our largest ball of yarn, and my palm of my non-dominant hand is facing up towards me. Now I'm going to grab the yarn by the tail and wrap it around my pinky once. Then I'm going to pass it behind my hand and drape it over my index finger. Notice how we have around 6 inches of yarn tail draped over the index finger. Next, we are going to wrap that yarn around the index finger to make a cross just like this. Use your thumb to hold it in place. Now pull the right edge of the loop off of your index finger. We are still holding on to the yarn with our thumb and our index finger, but we actually want to be holding on to the yarn with our thumb and middle finger. So let's rearrange. And this is because we want to free our index finger because we are going to need it to control our yarn tension. Having the right tension is crucial in crocheting, but it will take some time and practice to get it right. Now, if it feels like your yarn is too loose, just move your index finger away from you. This will tighten the yarn. And if it's just the opposite and it feels like it's too tight, just move your index finger closer to you. This should loosen things up. And if the yarn is just super loose and moving your finger does not help much, simply pull on the yarn connected to the yarn ball to tighten things up. And this is how you'll be using your index finger to control the tension of your yarn. Now take your hook and put it in this hoop from front to the back. And at this point, you want your hook to be parallel to your yarn. Now we are in crocheting position as we are holding the yarn in our non-dominant hand and the crochet hook in our dominant hand. Next, rotate the hook so that the tip is facing away from you, allowing you to grab on the working yarn. Pull the working yarn back through the loop, simultaneously rotating your hook. Now gently push your hook to secure the new loop in place. We cannot stop here, as releasing your grip at this point will unravel everything. So let's keep going. Next, we are going to make a chain stitch. First, gently pull the hook and the yarn in opposite directions to slightly widen the hole the hook needs to pass through. Let's make sure that the tip of your hook is facing you, and now we are going to do a yarn over. Guide the hook down and under the working yarn, aiming to catch the yarn with your hook. Next, pull the hook through the loop, keeping the hook's tip facing downward at about 90 degrees angle. Now, when we pull the hook, we want it to be parallel to our body. Do not wiggle it around. Once you clear the loop on your hook, rotate the hook to face you again, securing the new loop on your hook. Push the hook off to the left to keep the new loop in place. Now, if you were to let go of the piece, everything should stay intact. Congratulations, you have successfully created the magic loop. Our next step is to work some single crochet stitches into our magic loop.